This is Noah here, and I'm going to give you guys an example of some of the subjects we'll be covering on the upcoming webinars. This is Calendly, and this is an application, a website, also works on your phone, that helps people schedule time with each other. So you know when you want to schedule with your friend, you text them and you say, hey, when are you available? And they get back to you maybe 20 minutes later with when they're available, and that doesn't work for you, so you send them some other dates, and you go back and forth. Or with coworkers or family or whatever, this eliminates all of that. So instead, you can send them a link that has a type of event that you've predefined, and let's take a look at what I've done here. So this is my coffee or lunch with Noah event, and I send the exact same link out to every single person that wants to have lunch or coffee with me, and all they do is then schedule. This shows my availability. So for example, I'm not available today, tomorrow, or Tuesday because I'm all booked up, but Wednesday I have some time at 2:15, and so let's go John Smith, and they can put in whatever email they have. So I'll just say John whatever, it's a fake email, and then I ask them, like this particular type of event, I want to know where they want to meet, and I want to make sure it's within 30 minutes of where I live. So John could say, let's meet at the Starbucks at the Morgan Junction. Because I asked very specifically, please, if it's a chain like Starbucks, please include the address or a URL. So maybe John's a little lazy, he doesn't do all that, but at least he says it's the Starbucks in the Morgan Junction. He then schedules the event by clicking that button. It goes on his calendar, and I get an email that notifies me that somebody is scheduled, and it says, all right, John Smith is meeting with me at 2:15 on Wednesday the 11th, and he wants to meet at the Starbucks at the Morgan Junction. It also immediately puts it on my calendar where I can actually go in and see the details, see who's scheduled with me, and I can actually cancel it by just clicking this link if I want to. This coffee or lunch with Noah is just one type of event that I set up. So it has a little instruction, let's have coffee, has a unique URL called calendly.com/noahbritton/coffee. People can schedule anytime between 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. 7 days a week. It's a 60-minute event. People can't schedule 2 hours. Also, I make it so people have to give me at least 2 hours advance warning before they schedule coffee. So right now it's 11 o'clock in the morning, so the earliest they'd be able to schedule coffee is 2:15 because it's actually 11:02. And also I buffer my other events. So if I had an event at 2 o'clock, they wouldn't be able to schedule until 3 o'clock that day. So I buffer before any other event I have on the calendar because maybe I want to have some, I got to drive between events, etc. I also ask a couple questions when somebody books an event with me. I want to make sure I know who they are, what their email address is, and where they'd like to meet. And I ask specifically, again, please let me know what Starbucks or what restaurant, etc. I also, for this particular type of event, send an email 2 hours before the event to remind them. And I may not do this for business events. I may, it may be totally different. And actually take a look at that. Let's go to my screen share event. So I also, with clients, have these 55-minute screen shares where I'll do training or review projects. And it's different. Like this one, for example, is only 55 minutes. It's only available between 10 and 4 Monday through Friday because those are my business hours. I do a 30-minute buffer before and after, and I do 2.5 hours before the current, before the current time. They got to give me at least 2.5 hours advance warning. And I ask questions. I say, what are the goals of this call? What do you guys want to accomplish? And if there's anything I should look at, like a website, before we start, please send that. And I do actually send an email reminder as well. So that's Calendly. You can totally eliminate the back and forth with your loved ones and business colleagues about trying to figure out who's available when, and this URL will always be the same. You could change it, but you could send the exact same URL to anyone you want to have coffee or lunch with, and at any time they could see when you're available. They could schedule way out if you want to. You could say, Wednesday, November 1st, I want to have lunch at 1:45 with you, and schedule it just like that. So a little sampling. Let me know what you think, and yeah, I'll probably keep these coming. Thanks.